Hi, I'm Ross Rapoport. Thanks for joining me this morning. I'm here with Volkswagen's newest limited edition hot rod, the 2012 Golf R. This is a long-awaited car for VW enthusiasts across the country, and even if you're not a VW diehard, you still have to appreciate what it's about. It adds all-wheel drive to the standard GTI and more power through a larger 2-liter turbocharged 4. The only available transmission is the enthusiast's choice, a 6-speed manual. Information about the base Golf and the GTI is plentiful, so I'm only going to talk about what makes this car a Golf R, although I have to admit the interior of this Golf platform feels absolutely enormous, probably due to all the headroom. Also, if I'm sitting here in the R-exclusive leather buckets, whoever's sitting behind me, and in this case it's our production assistant Scott, is going to enjoy a terrific amount of legroom. My biggest problem with this car so far is something you might not notice on a test drive. It's the ear-splitting noise emitted by the climate control on its 2 highest settings. You can probably hear it even with this mic mounted to my shirt, and I think it's a little out of place in a car like this. Anyway, there's a good size and well-shaped hatchback with 12-volt adapters and 2 cargo nets, making this car an easy choice for somebody with an active lifestyle. With all this out of the way, let's go indulge my favorite activity. At first, just putting around town, the Golf R doesn't feel too much different than the GTI it's based on. It retains that classic VW and Audi feel of having most of the car's weight out over the front wheels. And it actually lacks the turbocharged scoot from idle that I'm used to in the GTI. There are 2 reasons for that. The first is this car weighs over 3,300 pounds, or 300 more than a standard GTI. The second reason for that is that this car's power band is obviously tuned for the racetrack. It doesn't really get going until around 3,000 RPM when the turbo starts boosting, but after that, it'll pull all the way to a 7,000 RPM red line. The Golf R will get to 60 in 5.5 seconds, and will do the quarter mile in 14 flat at 100 miles per hour. Once you really start to push this car, all that low-speed understeer totally disappears. Its attitude is amazingly flat through corners, and once you take a line, that's it. No readjustments, no seesawing of the wheel. You can do it all with one hand if you need to. It also does a superb job of soaking up bumps and pavement irregularities, considering it doesn't have an especially long wheelbase. At the ragged edge of the car's limit, the understeer will reappear, but for the most part it feels totally unflappable, and that's aided by big brakes that are completely fade-free. In a vacuum, this might be the perfect car. It's the total package: fast, fun, composed, subtly designed, and extraordinarily practical. I would love to own one as a driver's alternative to a compact SUV. But things get a little murky once you come off your high and start to look at the numbers. First of all, in a straight line, on paper, it's not appreciably faster than a front-drive GTI, provided the GTI is equipped with Volkswagen's optional dual-clutch automated transmission. You can't even get that transmission on a Golf R, which is a pity because if you could, you'd be looking at 0 to 60 times in the 4-second range. On the other hand, the Golf R is a much friendlier daily driver than either of the Subaru twins. It should get slightly better gas mileage at an EPA-rated 19 miles per gallon city and 27 on the highway. Our test car did just about 20 miles per gallon, but keep in mind that includes a full day's worth of autocross by my co-host Emmy Hall. So this car is clearly the grown-up's choice, and that makes it all the more perplexing why I can't order one with the automated gearbox. If I could, I would have pre-ordered a Golf R in white for my wife months ago. VW have made it clear that they will build and ship as many of these as they can sell in the United States. So I hope that somewhere along the way, they'll reconsider their decision not to bring the automated gearbox. Equipping the Golf R with that transmission would make it more expensive. It would also make it much faster, more fuel efficient, and hence the ideal daily driver for someone like me who has non-stick drivers in the house. I'm Ross Rapoport. Thanks for watching me today. Please comment on this video and find my fan page on Facebook. I'd love to hear from you. See you next time. I don't look too stupid with the hands on the hips, do I?
No, you look fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Scott?